Hello everyone, I'm Deb Courtney. Welcome to my YouTube channel today. I'm so glad you're here today. We've been talking about the last couple of, 7 or 8 videos about having the character that a person comes up and approaches you with and says, you know what, you've got great character. You're just a superb person. I enjoy being around you. I enjoy working with you. I'm glad you're my friend. I'm glad I know you. And so it matters that that takes place sometimes. Not everybody's going to come up to you and do that. Just certain ones will. And so I've got some ideas that I think is worthy of looking into, that I have found that maybe will help you in developing some things that maybe, I don't know, you maybe haven't thought about them. Maybe you're almost there, but you don't quite have it all. There may be something missing. That's what I hope this video is going to do today for you. And the topic for today has to do with life skills. These are life skills that I have implemented in my lifetime, and I want to share them with you, and hopefully you can glean something from them. So let's begin with a number one life skill that is really awesome, and it has to do with perspective. What is your perspective of things? And it's like seeing a glass either half full or half empty. So can you see the bigger picture? Can you see the forest for the trees? Is your life half full or half empty? Perspective, how you look at things in life, will determine a lot of times on which way you're going to go. And sometimes sometimes it might not turn out good for you. A lot of times I like to incorporate other people's thoughts, ideas, and suggestions into my perspectiveness, because they can tell me something that I can glean from them that I really hadn't thought about. And it changes my perspective. So this is one thing that I have done that works for me, and I just want to throw it out there to you, and you can think about it. Another life skill is wisdom. Wisdom takes time. We know that older people seem to have more wisdom than younger people, simply because they've lived longer, they've experienced more things than we have. So they have great wisdom, but not everybody has great wisdom. And if I am looking for wisdom in regards to a certain thing, and the wisdom that I have or that I know is really not up to par, I'm always thinking, is there something else? Is there something else? Is there something else? And that's the reason I like to have a circle of people that I can go to, that I can run something by them, and that's part of a life skill, to gain wisdom in regards to a certain area that I'm needing wisdom in. So there's nothing wrong with that. Another life skill that I've learned is to be generous. You have to discern how far you can go with generosity. But there are some things that you can really be generous with. Sometimes you can only be generous with your time a certain amount of time. Sometimes you can only give so much as far as monetary values are concerned. But I try to be as generous as I can with knowledge. There's a lot of times, there's a question that I ask somebody that I'm going to, if it's something specific, and and the question is there any question that in regards to this topic that I've come to you with, that I haven't asked you, that I should have asked you? And I will give it a minute. And they say, well, here's something. Okay? So, and I've done that with other people. So to me, that has helped me in being generous with other people. And you just pay it forward. The next one has to be humorous. Do you see the humor in some things? Maybe not. Almost everything has some humor in it. Not everything, but I try to find the humor in things, and that helps lighten the load. And a lot of times maybe you can't come with any humor, but maybe you can go to somebody and you talk about it. You want to say, I'm going to run this by you, and then they may say something humorous. And you say, well, I haven't looked at it like that. You know what that is? Perspective again. So these are just life skills. Quick. Well, nobody has ever said Deborah Courtney was a slowpoke. But quick, and what I mean by that is making the most of opportunities in order to accomplish my objectives. And so sometimes you have the availability of time to take your time and make decisions. And you should do that in regards to health, wealth, family, things of that. What is most pressing and is important to you and your livelihood at that given time. But sometimes some things we have to be quick about and make decisions because a lot of times the opportunity, is only there for a short period of time. It doesn't last forever, and once it's gone, it's gone. That's a life. That's a life skill. That's something, and we learn from that. Another thing happens to do with life skills is being diplomatic in regards to certain instances in your life. And what I'm talking about is seeking to build relationships. It takes the investment of time. And sometimes you just have to be diplomatic about it. There are people that will not let you close to them. I mean, they've got their hand up. They're saying, this is as far as you go. Not going any further. And sometimes you have to give it time until they're ready. Sometimes it can be a life extenuating circumstances that they find themselves involved in, and you were there and you helped them for some situation, and then their diplomacy they kind of get their thinking up. You know what I'm saying, in regards to that your relationship with them. So you have to be diplomatic about things in regards to relationships and people, and give people space and time, because I've had to learn this, because people are not wired like I am. Everybody, of course not. So I've had to learn to be diplomatic. I have to be intentional in being diplomatic with my attitudes, with my relationship, not blurting everything that falls in my brain out of my mouth and just no. Sometimes you have to stop and think before you open your mouth and be diplomatic about certain things. There's a time for things, and there's a lot of times if you try to rush it, you hurt it or hinder it more than you help it. And some of you girls will know what I'm talking about. So let me finish this. I got one other one. Savvy. It is a life skill. I kid you not. Having street smarts to understand what motivates people. What motivates you may not work what motivates somebody else. So you have to have a certain amount of street smart. And you say, well, Deborah, where do I get that? Well, life will bring it to you. The journey. You will encounter something along your journey that you will have to have street smart about in order, and sometimes it is a survival situation that may happen. It was for me. How am I going to survive this? And so you have to get savvy. You have to get street smart. And you know what? There are people that are already like that. And if you want to know more about that, go to those individuals and start a relationship with them. Start the conversation with them and ask them about, what do they know about being street smart? What information, what tidbit, what can they give you that will help you in being street smart in regards to whatever topic it is? That's a good lifestyle knowledge to know for yourself and pass it on. So, thank you for being here. I'm so glad you're here. Give this video a thumbs up. Share it, subscribe to my channel. Put your thoughts, ideas, and suggestions down below. Love to hear from you folks. Go ahead and make it a great day, and I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.